Just real quick before I get started, first of all, I know this lighting sucks. Second of all, this video will feature some mental health talk, some politics, and a lot of this is about I'll be art venting, if that makes sense. And if you don't like if you don't want to talk about this mental health, politics, or Jamie Hewlett, then click off this video, please, because that's what this video is going to be about. So, alright, let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm spilling all the tea, like literally. Fuck this shit. Okay, yeah, so, I have not been filming a lot lately, and I feel really bad about this because I kept saying I have lots of videos planned. Lots of videos I wanted to make, but again, the lighting is absolutely shit. It's reflecting off the lamp, is reflecting off the mirror, and it's just literally bad. Okay, so, videos. So, I was supposed to make some videos a while back, and it just didn't happen. I've been really exhausted. So this is gonna sound, hang on, let me fix the lighting. It's still a problem. It must be it must be the light, the overhead look. Anyway, I was gonna make some videos for a while now, and I've been really sporadic about uploading outside of short things. Again, I do have a gaming channel over on Periscope TV, so if you want to see my gaming stuff or my live streams, you can go there. I don't stream here anymore. Okay, the tea. So, I've been really exhausted, and I don't want to sound like a freaking loser or anything, but like, I had insomnia, really bad insomnia, not last night, but the 2 nights before. My sleep schedule is completely fucked up. I don't have a sleep schedule. It's the beginning of summer, my co-op is over, I'm homeschooled, I have shit I need to do this summer, including school stuff. I'm way behind. I've been behind ever since my mom passed away in 2017. I've been behind on schoolwork, and yeah, so everything's kind of weird. So I've been behind. I am honestly really behind, and it's really stressful, but I'm in this rut where I'm not getting a lot of shit done, and I'm kind of depressed, honestly. I don't mean to be, FYI, like this is something that I always feel like I don't earn the right to use the word depressed because I don't self-harm, I'm not suicidal, and it's just kind of like, because of that, does that qualify as depression if you're not suicidal? Like, okay. I have fucking anxiety disorder. That is, like, literally everyone I've talked to is like, you have an anxiety, like, literally every professional, my old therapist, my new therapist, my evaluator person, my counselor, literally everyone is like, you have an anxiety disorder. So I'm like, thanks guys, I'm also 5'4", that's super obvious. Okay, but yeah, you get the point. So tea. I actually don't like tea or coffee. Tea is better than coffee. I hate coffee. I can't drink caffeine because of my anxiety. Like, I literally can't drink caffeine. Caffeine, it makes me high. Like, I don't mean like I hallucinate or anything, but it gives me the jitters. Not in a good way. Like, it feels like a drug to me. I've never been on drugs, so I wouldn't know. That is absolutely honest. I've never been on drugs. I've never drank alcohol except for a sip of church wine. You get my point. Okay. I don't smoke either. I've never smoked. Okay. That's just for my own personal health, by the way. I'm not judging anyone who smokes or drinks or whatever, as long as you don't let it ruin your life. If you drink too much and end up becoming a violent person, I've known some people who've had abusive parents, and well, I don't want to get into that because that is not my story to tell. So anyway, okay. Before I get into shit and opinions, I have, like, no voice. I'm really, really sorry, guys. I just want to say that, yeah, mental health has been kind of bad. I've been trying to get better. I've been trying to get out of a rut. I really have. But it's just been the last, like, year or so. It's just been so fucking bad. And I don't know. So, anyway, like, it's not like I'm completely dysfunctional. Like, I can function, but it's just, like, whatever. I passed chemistry. Praise be to God. I am so happy that I passed chemistry. And with that interlude, it's probably a good time to get into religion and shit. So, guys. Okay, I'm a Christian. Sort of. Okay. I was raised in the Episcopal Church. If you don't know what the Episcopal Church is, it's basically the conservative Anglicans. And everyone in my area, my diocese, I won't say where I live. I know I'm spilling the tea, but just because I don't want anyone to stalk me or anything, so I won't say where I live. But anyway, I grew up Anglican, Episcopal Anglican, and when I was a kid, I was fortunate enough to have, I was homeschooled, so I never had, and this will lead into the next issue. I never had formal sex ed just because, reasons. I don't have a specific reason why I never had formal sex ed. I just, we didn't get around to it before my mother got sick. But I did have, when I was a tween, I was taught about periods. So I did know what was going on with my body, because I've actually read a lot of people on Twitter and stuff saying they didn't know what was going on with their body when they first got periods, which is really unfortunate. Everyone should know what's going on with their body when they hit puberty. That is just... Okay. I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but, basically, I was taught that homosexuality was bad, I read in middle school. I read a lot in middle school. I still like to read, but I don't have much time. And whenever I could find them, I didn't read as many. And I started reading more when I got older, but then I can't find good ones that are like appropriate. We'll get into that a little more later. But I started reading graphic novels, and I read this graphic novel. Yeah, graphic novels and comics are totally two different things, so let's not even get into that. I want to find more graphic novels that I like. Anyway, completely off topic. Graphic novel, I read Drama by Raina Telgemeier, who's still one of my favorite artists. I love Raina Telgemeier so much. She is a queen. She's a queen. I love this. So, yeah, Drama. But there was a gay kid in that story, okay, in middle school. And in middle school, now, I know some people are saying, oh, it's too young to know if you're gay, or what the fuck. Like, okay, people have straight crushes in middle school. Like, honestly, people have straight crushes in middle school, okay? So, because of that, people can also have gay crushes in middle school, or whatever, if they're gay, or bi, or whatever, or pan. So, okay. Anyway, I read that, and it kind of put me off, because I was taught that homosexuality is wrong. And I also was kind of under the impression that once I became a teenager, I would, like, start having sexual desires or hormones. Like, don't have sex before marriage. That was the other thing I was always told, which, trust me, that won't be an issue, because, one, I'm not going to have sex, and two, I'm not going to get married. Now, I know this is an uncomfortable conversation, but I'm incredibly asexual. No, I'm not interested. I literally, okay. If you don't know what it is, if you don't know what asexual is, Google it, because I am not going to explain it again. So, alright. I don't know if I'm aromantic as well. I would be open to it, I just haven't found anyone. Right now, I do not want to be in any sort of relationship, it's just true. Okay. Alright. So, I'm super asexual. I didn't know I was super asexual. I was just always put off by, like, talk about that kind of stuff. And even once I got older, I'm 16 now, and I still find that stuff incredibly uncomfortable, and I just don't like talking about it. It makes me really awkward. But anyway, when I got a bit older, so my mom was still she would always, whenever I brought up, like, homosexuality or whatever, she would always try to bring out the Bible and have this conversation and pray with me and all this stuff, but, like, really bugs me, and I feel bad because she's dead, and, like, I can't ask her about it, and it just fucking sucks. Okay, so, homosexuality, I eventually reached a conclusion that I literally don't care, and here's why I don't care, and, like, I accept gay people, trans people, non-binary people, whatever. My cousin is non-binary. Okay. First of all, if God is real and is a loving God, I don't think that God would want to get in the way of true love, even if it's homosexual love. Second of all, and this is the big one for me, I'm super fucking asexual, so guess what? I don't care. Straight sex, gay sex, lesbian sex, all of it is gross and weird to me. And I am not going to judge you for doing it because it's a perfectly normal adult thing to do, which I am never going to do because ew. So, literally there's no difference between a random straight couple having sex and a random gay couple having sex. There's literally no difference. Both of them are gross, weird, and foreign to me. By saying it's gross, weird, and foreign, I'm just saying to me, as in I'm not attracted to it. I'm not saying what you're doing is gross. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm saying I have the same... Basically, all sex I have the same idea about. Okay, before I get into the weird stuff, I just want to say, I literally don't care about homosexuality. I don't care about marriage. Like, as long as you're in a happy, safe relationship, that's what I'm worried about. Obviously, if consent is everything, first of all, absolutely everything. Second of all, kids need to learn, and we need better sex ed in public schools. That's mandatory. I'm sorry. I'll get into that a bit in a minute. Third of all, fuck pedophiles. Literally. Kiss their ass. Throw them into the sun. Okay. Alright. Okay, wow, I'm like holding an orb of light. That's so freaking cool. Okay, abortion. Y'all are totally asking for my hot takes on abortion, right? Like, seriously, bro. Okay, I had a pro-life lecture in youth group like 4 years ago. I'm sort of pro-choice. Okay. I don't like abortion. I think abortion is wrong. I think it's bad. I don't like it. Who would like abortion? Like, honestly, nobody is like, yay, abortion, woohoo! Okay, now, I wish that there wasn't a need for abortion. But the Republicans, and don't call me a fucking idiot, the Republicans are all talk, no action. They're saying they're pro-life, and yet they support guns and wars and violence and death penalty and fuck that shit, okay? Honestly, shit. This is what the Republicans, okay, say. And I'm not saying all Republicans, but the majority of them. Now, Democrats and left-leaning people in America, like me, I believe I'm not a Democrat. I'm not registered with a party. I can't vote. I can't vote in the primaries. I'll be able to vote in the 2020 general election, but that's beside the point. So, by the way, Donald Trump is not getting my vote. Okay. I hate Donald Trump as a person, not just as a politician, but as a person. He's a misogynist, racist asshole, okay? Asshole. Now, okay, getting back to this other conversation. Abortion, I think it's wrong, but if we outlaw it right now, basically, long story short, if we outlaw it right now, it would just go underground and wouldn't help anyone. Throwing it to the states is not a good idea. I'm not a big supporter of states' rights. Fuck me, sorry. And abortion, but, yeah, we can bring down abortion rates. Not eradicate them, but bring them down by actually looking at the root causes, mandatory sex ed, better adoption and foster care system, better access to birth control. Yeah, you get my point. Also, climate change is really fucking real and really a huge fucking problem that we need to fix right the fuck now. And I am not going to let this live down. Like, I am literally mad that so many people think that climate change is fucking fake. Like, message me or DM me. I'll social media links in the description. Message me or DM me if you want my research paper I wrote about climate change. I'm legitimately worried for the future of humanity. And going back to the religion thing, I'm fucking pissed at God. I am so angry at God. And no, it's not because of, the climate change shit. I mean, that's part of it, but obviously we're just getting fucking judged for being terrible, awful human beings who sin and shit. First of all, why the fuck didn't God fix that shit? Why do I have to be responsible for fucking Eve's actions? Second of all, I was betrayed. I was fucking betrayed. we had the pastor and his wife come over every day to pray for my mom and shit, and it happened, and nothing happened. She didn't get better, so fuck that shit. Okay, Jamie Hewlett! I love Jamie Hewlett so much. What the fuck? Okay, that was the most random tangent. Okay. So... Okay. And, again, we get to put out all the groundwork, also fuck Brexit, put out all the groundwork of my political opinions, because, Jamie Hewlett, has political opinions, and, if you guys are gonna, okay, I already said I'm total fangirl. If this is not a rant about his political opinions, this is not, I totally support what he said, okay? Kind of. Again, I'm kind of pro-choice. What he said is true, though. Men, except for trans, what the fuck? It's a simplified version of shit, but I don't really care. If you don't know who Jamie Hewlett is, Google it, because I am not going to explain. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Okay, so... I don't remember when I found out about his existence. I found out about Gorillaz because of Damon Albarn. I fucking love Blur. Like, okay, guys, look at this shit. Right, like, look at this shit. Literally. Okay. Alright, okay. So at some point I was aware of Jamie Hewlett's existence. I don't exactly know what happened, but I got into his art from Girls, and I started following him on Instagram, okay? This is where all the shit went down. So, yeah, I started following him on Instagram. I'm super fangirl. I've seen, like, his interviews, on my Instagram. All his art is, like, super good. Okay. My dad doesn't like his art, but whatever, that's not the point of this video. So, okay. And I had a bunch of, like, you know, fans, Gorillaz fans. I kind of made a Gorillaz fan account, and it's not a Gorillaz fan account anymore. It's just random ass spam on Instagram. Okay, so, speaking of shit, I really fucking hate myself a lot of the time. like, I'm a piece of shit. Okay, so, I had, like, 100 or so followers on this, like, Gorillaz account or whatever, and I turned it into, like, a random-ass spam account, and I followed a bunch of people, and, like, they didn't follow back. Like, I just followed them for the heck of it to be nice, and, in the last couple days, I'll get into it. So, first of all, Jamie Hewlett, my account is kind of a Jamie Hewlett fan account, but okay. I don't want to talk about this because it's really fucking awkward because of something that happened. Okay. This is the hardest thing to talk about, honestly, and I can't tell you why, because that is my dad's stuff, and I cannot talk about it, because even if I wanted to talk about it, it is just not okay. Before you tell me to defy my parent, before you tell me to just go ahead and do shit, like, okay, I said I wasn't allowed to listen to The Wall by Pink Floyd, okay, so like, until my birthday, so, okay, somebody's like, just listen to it, you know, just listen to it, just pop it in. I could listen to it if I wanted to. I still have respect for my parent. So, don't tell me to go against my parents, don't tell me to disobey them, because I am not going to fucking, I literally will not do it, because I came close, but because I was just, it became a spiteful thing. It wasn't even that I really cared. So, when I say I'm not allowed to read Tank Girl, I'm saying that I am not allowing myself to read it. Because one, my dad's at the point where he can't really punish me for doing things because I'm almost an adult and he has decided that he can't really punish me for doing things. So, but I have to make my own decisions and judgments. So he told me I wasn't allowed to read it, but there's literally nothing he can do about it if I did read it, so. But guess what? I am, first of all, not turned off per se. I walked my dad into a corner about sexism and shit. He's not Jamie is not sexist. Jamie is a feminist. And yes, men can be feminists, so fuck off. Okay. Alright. My battery's gonna die like any second, I swear to God. I need to charge this thing. Alright, yeah, so, sexism. Shit. Yeah, honestly, yes, honestly, he's not, okay. Alright, my dad, okay, I'm also kind of in a weird space with it because it led to a really uncomfortable conversation with my dad that I am not going to get into for privacy reasons. I have no voice. I am so sorry. I have, like, no voice today. Okay, I do not want to get into this conversation for privacy reasons. But anyway, so I won't be posting about it because I'm not reading it right now. Maybe when I'm not even 18, like maybe when I don't live with him anymore, because at this point, like it's not that like he can't stop me from doing it when I'm 18 if I still live with him, but it's just that at this point it would be so uncomfortable and I can't get into that. Okay, my dad is an awesome person, I just want you to know that. He's super cool, whatever, but it's just like, so please don't hate on my dad, because that is not what this video is about. Okay. Back to the tea. So I won't be posting about that aspect of Jamie Hewlett's career. Okay. Serious tea. Jamie Hewlett made me famous on Instagram. Not really. Not really. I told you I had this fan account. So, it was a spam. I was basically going to post whatever I wanted, and, I posted a rather political post, basically saying what I just said about abortion. Like, I can't even talk about, like, honestly, this is just so awkward. This is why I'm spilling the tea, bitch. Okay, so I made a post, and I post like random memes and shit. Dude, the focus of this video is so fucking off. Let me see if I can find the post I made, because I think it will be beneficial to see that. This led down a road, which I'm not going to explain too much. I'm not going to go into it too much, but let me see if I can find my other Instagram. I don't have a login here, but I'll just type in my username and then just find it. There it is. And, if you really want to follow the account, this is the account. I'll also link it in the description, so if you really want to follow it. I am not asking for follows. I have 502 followers. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm not asking for anyone to follow this account. Just if you're curious and you want to look at it, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. So, okay, so let me see if I can find this post. So, it was a random-ass meme. I got all this panic, and, well, not one invitation to disco, but this was the post I made. I said, I think abortion is bad, except for incest and rape, but if you're gonna outlaw it, I'd like to see you fix the foster system, adopt 400 plus kids a day, teach thorough sex ed in all public schools, help low-income families, free and easy access to birth control, put your money where your mouth is, pro-lifers in government. Then we can talk about outlawing abortion if there's no longer a need for it. To be clear, I am pro-life. I support immigrants. I support LGBTQ+. I am against capital punishment. I'm typically against war. Human life is important and valuable. The people who say they are pro-life fund wars and shit. They are hypocrites. They don't even do anything about abortion. It's all empty promises to sway naive voters. If you want to get angry at my opinion, you have every right to unfollow me. Thank you. I was expecting they'll lose followers. Okay, so I I won't say who this user is to respect their privacy, but I got a comment, wow, okay, I'm here for Huel. And I said, question mark? They said, like, I expected to see Jamie with flower crowns and stuff, but political consciousness, that's rare. I said, he made political posts too, because he literally posted something about abortion earlier today. Okay. And he said, well, I guess you are right. I said, are you bothered? Oh no, just surprised. Okay, so I'm like, oh, Jamie Hewlett with flower crowns. That would be a funny thing to make, right? I Google image searched Jamie Hewlett so I could get some images to make. And this led me down. I need to calm down because this is tea, sis. Alright. I won't read the whole thing, but if I can find the actual link to this article, I don't know if I can, fucking Illuminati symbol, because it was a fucking joke, right? It was like, haha, the Illuminati is totally a thing. It was the other post I made, which okay, so basically this was a long-ass article I